What is up, Lucy fans? Welcome back to a brand new Lucifer Season 6 video. Can you believe that? Why am I making this video? This is just a quick update video. I want to do a lot more videos like this on the channel, just to keep those of you in the loop who may not kind of keep one eye or both eyes out for the news. Plus, I did a Lucifer video the other day. I want to plug that anyway, just because it's everything we know about Season 5. There may be some details in there you may or may not know about, but I also talk about Season 6, because recently Season 6 has been a thing for Lucifer, and that's kind of a strange thing for the fandom and just kind of everyone in general, because you know, Season 5 was said to be the 5th and final season. But for the past month, there's been talks and kind of rumors, or a little bit more than rumors to be honest, because TVLine has come out and said that Netflix has been in talks with WB-TV, which is, you know, the Warner Brothers division of television shows that helm many TV shows, for a potential 6th season. But this has progressed so much more than I think what any of us could have ever thought initially, to the point of where I'm making this video. Because yes, even since my Lucifer video the day before yesterday, something else significant has happened, to the point where I think I would almost say at this point, I would low-key almost be surprised if we don't get a Season 6. And yes, that's how far I'm willing to go, because it seems like green lights. There's nothing but green lights ahead for all of these negotiations and talks for another Lucifer season. There really hasn't been any orange or red lights. This is a weird analogy. Everything seems to be going quite smooth. So you may be wondering, what is the latest update with this whole Season 6 talk? What are you even on about? I haven't even heard about a Season 6. So Tom Ellis has finalized a new deal and signed on for Lucifer Season 6 if it does indeed come to fruition. And if you're kind of wondering what the heck does that mean, if they decide that Season 6 is to go ahead between Netflix and Warner Brothers, then like he is now contractually obligated to be like, yeah, I'll do that. But whereas beforehand, he was one of, if not the only guy who wasn't actually, you know, contractually obligated to kind of do another season. Whereas if you didn't know already, most of, if not everyone, I don't think every single person in the cast, but a lot of the cast already had deals existing for around 6 or more seasons, whereas Tom Ellis had to kind of ink these final details, as people say, crossing the I's, dotting the I's and crossing the T's. Now Tom Ellis himself has taken that final step. And the reason why that spells such good information and news for this whole Season 6 talk is because, yeah, sure, you know, we heard mumblings about, okay, maybe they're talking about, hey, what if we do another season? Lucifer Season 4 was so popular. Season 5, we're going even bigger. But what about Season 6? And now the fact that literally in the past few days, the news has broken that Tom Ellis has been like, yep, I'm signing a contract kind of thing. I'll do Season 6 if it does indeed happen. Well, in my mind, with the way things have been going, that is probably one of the final things they had to do. I mean, I could be completely wrong about that, but with all of this, you know, discourse going over the past month or so, I mean, probably a little bit earlier than what the public knew about between Warner Brothers and Netflix, the fact that this is broken now in news that Tom Ellis has signed on for another season, if that does in fact, you know, actually happen, then he will do it. I reckon that was one of the final things they needed to nip in the bud, and now it's just kind of like finalizing everything and like scrambling it all together and then just, I guess, announcing it to the world. Now the thing is that makes this very interesting, and I talked about this in my video from the day before yesterday, is that they've been emphasizing that Lucifer Season 5 is the 5th and final season. But I mean, not only that, it's that it will be a nice ending. It will be a perfect ending. The actors and actresses have talked about it. In terms of Amy Garcia, I watched an interview with her the other day just to get some more information for my Lucifer Season 5 video, kind of everything we know about it. She went over what her character was in store for her character, but she also said it's a very heartwarming ending. We all kind of know that this is kind of like a Beauty and the Beast storyline with Lucifer and, you know, obviously Chloe and everything like that. But the ending will have many people crying, but kind of in like a good kind of heartfelt way. If we're going to get a Season 6 now, will that be maintained in this season, that finale story? Or are they going to kind of, you know, announce any day now or any month now? It depends. They really might try and keep this under wraps until they're really ready to say something about it. If they do actually announce a 6th season, does this mean that they'll actually cut those episodes out and put it in the 6th and final season, which you can only assume is the 6th and final season? That is possible, but obviously there is a bit of concern there. I mean, from me, me, and I'm guessing some other fans. I know some other fans really don't care and they'll just take as much Lucifer content as they can get. But for me, and I kind of agree with that as well, but for me, if they did decide to cut it, for example, and kind of on the cutting room floor and just try and make it seem that they could fit that into the final season, and that is definitely possible. It could seem a little bit obvious to the viewer in how it may appear disjointed in the show. It might not at the same time, but then again, on the alternative side of things, they could quite simply keep that 5th and final season ending that they've kept talking about, and how fitting and how much of a closure it will be for fans with this whole Lucifer story leading up to these 5 seasons. And then the 6th season will be the aftermath of that. But then again, with that, it will kind of leave some of the more critical fans, just like myself, you know, I can't help it. I talk about shows, even though I love the show, thinking about, okay, that was such a perfect ending, but now in this season, it kind of feels like you're keeping the run going, even though we love this cast, we love the story and everything like that, where it felt like it ended there. Do you know what I mean? It might just feel like, oh, this is how it's actually going to end, even though we got an ending last year. That's the only danger I have a concern about, because we all know there's shows out there that have been kept on and renewed and renewed and renewed, where it felt like, you know, those new seasons were just being kept going for like a money-making wheel. I'm not saying that necessarily about Lucifer. I'm just saying it's the fact that they've said there's this perfect ending in place for season 5. I love Lucifer. I would love another season. It's just that if this ending is so perfect and they decide to keep that in the 5th season and we get a 6th season taking place after that or whatever, it would just feel a little bit, was this really the right decision, despite having more content from the cast and, you know, just story that we love. Now, I kind of forgot to mention this earlier on in the video, but this does come on top of the showrunners themselves inking new deals with Netflix to extend the show, if as, you know, the same thing with Tom Ellis, if that does indeed actually be decided upon, that it will get a new season. So everyone is on board. And one thing in relation to what I was just talking about, since everyone is on board, Tom Ellis himself, this story is near and dear to his heart. The cast, you know, this show means a lot to them as well. We know how much of a kind of intimate fan base this is, and the connection with the cast of the show. Not every single show is like that. It really isn't. That's what kind of makes Lucifer quite a unique thing. I mean, that power of the fans brought us another season, and then another season, and now maybe another season. And just in relation to the showrunners inking a new kind of contract themselves, saying that they're going to be involved if that decides to go through, I'm sure they wouldn't take it lightly in terms of what they've said about how fitting this ending is. I'm sure that they have something in their minds and up their sleeve if they're willing to continue this on for another season, despite saying how conclusive the 5th season is. So I'm kind of optimistic at the end of the day. I'm sure this will get talked about when it gets talked about. That might not be now. It might be sometime towards the 5th season when that releases. I mean, who knows? They might wait until the 5th season is ended and then announce it, despite us all kind of knowing about it now. Sometimes things are out there in the world, the companies know about it, everyone knows about it, but they don't decide to officially talk about it until, well, sometime later, I guess. So I would love to know your thoughts on this. I know I got quite a few comments on the last video saying I don't care as long as we keep getting, you know, Lucifer content. But if you think about it a little bit deeper, given what I've said about it, do you still feel like that's the best decision? Or do you think if they do have a 6th season, will they just continue it with the aftermath of what happens in season 5? But then again, that has the danger of, since if that was such a conclusive ending and now we're getting an aftermath, will that feel dragged out? But then again, the 6th season could be like this whole other kind of thing where in season 3 we had 26 episodes and a few of them were exploring completely different avenues of Lucifer, although it was related at the same time with those kind of bonus episodes. I think that wouldn't be so bad if that was the 6th season, but then again, it wouldn't be with much main plot and it would just be this kind of additional episodic season, which I don't know, I don't think would be necessarily as popular if it was like a fully concentrated on plot like what we've got with every previous season of Lucifer. But other than that, guys, that's this video. I would love to know if you want to see more Lucifer videos like this, and also I'm interested in doing theory videos. There's quite a few theories going out there online. It's quite interesting and fun to speculate about things, and I did do a season 5 theory video a long time ago now, maybe 7 months ago, so it'd be interesting to wrap up a load of theories together again, maybe even that Chloe one, because to be fair, Amenadiel did come down on behalf of God and bless Chloe's parents who couldn't have kids, and then they could finally have Chloe out of nowhere thanks to Amenadiel's Lucifer's blessing on behalf of God. So does that mean with the new season, God coming in, there's going to be a lot more answers about Chloe? Well, I think that's kind of a given, but what could those answers mean? And where does Chloe exactly line in with the whole celestial affairs that are going on? Who knows? But I would love to explore more of that with you guys. Leave your suggestions down in the comments below for extra bonus Lucifer content. But as a Lucifer fan and in this Lucifer community, guys, it's time to get excited. I don't want to get you too excited, but I kind of can't help it because Tom Ellis signing on and finalizing a deal for another season if it goes through, it's nothing but exciting and nothing but good news. So other than that, everyone, like this video if you did enjoy it, subscribe for more Lucifer content like this, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.